He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. Yo, Joe. Hey, what's shaking? What's baking? Welcome to another video from Hero City Toy Reviews. Today we are looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Retro Cardback Flint action figure. This is a brand new release. It was only released about a week ago by the time you see this video. Lots of controversy right off the bat, just with the artwork on the front. A lot of people think this Hasbro used AI. I'd have to agree with that. I think this artwork, especially the face, looks absolutely terrible. It does look like something AI would do, so I don't like the artwork right off the bat to start. I'll have to agree with most people that that looks terrible. I like the style of the art, of course, in the retro, like the 80s cartoons, the 80s action figures, but the design of the face just doesn't look like Flint and doesn't look like the sculpting on the action figure itself. But other than that, still nice classic look. There's the front. Of course, you got the main guy Flint in there with all his accessories, which we will get into. There is the back, showing you some more figures that have been released recently. And the file card, of course, Flint, and all his information is there. Role, warrant officer, primary specialty, infantry, secondary specialty, helicopter pilot, birthplace, Wichita, Kansas. And he is a former Rhodes Scholar and, what does that say? Sorry, thorough tactical planner. Flint personally led half a dozen rescue missions in hostile territories that, for obvious reasons of security, were never publicized, let alone admitted to. So that's the back there, guys. Let's get this guy opened up and have a better look. All right, here he is out of the box. Let's see what he comes with. We'll start off with the classic Flint hat with the infantry logo right there. He's definitely not Flint unless he's got this hat on his head. That's what makes him stand out for me. The nice shotgun, of course. You can see the sculpting on it's pretty good. The two-tone colors, the army green and black. Looks like a really nice shotgun. Nicely done there. Of course, the classic handgun. You can see there. Looking good. Even the front. That looks all right. And we got two sets of hands. So, got a closed fist. We have a finger pointing. You can see there. We have a grabbing hand. And we have another fist. Of course, on the figure itself, looks like he comes with two trigger fingers on both hands. And what I like about these retro cards, they come with a nice stand. The G.I. Joe logo there, the star, which is always helpful. I mean, he stands pretty good on his own, but always stands up better with a stand. I find some of my classifieds that aren't on stands, after a while, they do fall. So, very nice touch and very helpful. Let's have a closer look at the figure. And there he is. Of course, this is based on the original figure that was released in 1985, based off of the widely popular G.I. Joe cartoons that we all grew up with and love. Again, my favorite cartoon growing up, my favorite toy line ever. That is why we all still collect G.I. Joe to this day, the classified line, right? Am I right or what? So, anyways, here we go. Let's start off with the face. Looks pretty good. Or are his eyes good, or is that just me? No, I think they're okay. They're not bad. Does one look bigger than the other, or is that just my camera? I don't know. One kind of looks bigger than the other for some reason to me when I zoom in. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like. Otherwise, pretty good head sculpt. Looks nice. Of course, all the extra shotgun shells there. He's got his badge there. And the red on the top right there to match the hat. There's the back. And the pants. Got a watch on there. There you go. It actually has time on it. What does that say? 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock on the dot. Midnight or lunchtime. Don't know. The two belts, of course. One looks like some extra ammunition. on the belt there for the handgun. A nice pouch on that side. And the traditional army camouflaged pants and army boots, the two-tone, also looking very good. Let's have a quick look at his articulation. All right, we'll start with the head. So side to side, pretty good. Up and down a little bit. His chest barely moves, just a very small amount there. Side to side also doesn't move too much. It's very tight. Arms go up. Elbows bend. Wrist goes side to side. Does not go up and down much. That's that. His legs bend. Of course, knee bend. And his ankle, his whole boot goes side to side. Not much room on the ankle. Oh, there we go. Just very little though. Okay. So, decent articulation, nothing crazy. Not too much bend at the waist or anything like that, but good enough, I guess. You can do a few poses with him. But I've seen figures with better articulation for sure. This is just okay, the articulation. Let's get some of the accessories on and see what he looks like. Of course, you got the handgun. It can go in his hand or it can go in the holster right there. Let's get his hat on. He's not Flint without his hat. That actually, yeah, that looks like it fits quite nicely right on there. Pops in easily. You can see that. Now that looks like Flint. The hat is a must on this guy. I'm not changing the hands right now. Let's get the shotgun going here. You're definitely better off with a shotgun. But again, you can pose them so many different ways. So there we go. Get him to hold on to this side. Might be a little tricky, but you get the idea. It's not really going to work. We'll leave it like that for now. And again, the backpack. These things are, any figures with backpacks usually don't hold very well. Let's see if this one does. Okay, that was first try. Most of the ones I have with backpacks, usually they fall out pretty quick. So this guy actually looks pretty good once he's all suited up. What do you guys think of that? Much better. Backpack on. I like the look of this guy. Does remind me of the original figure, of course, because the original figure was just awesome back in 1985. I think I did own it at some point. I don't know where any of my original G.I. Joes went. Of course, like most of us, probably ended up in the garbage at some point by our parents. Would be nice to have him now, but who knows. So there he is. Try to get him in the pegs here. Hold on. Okay. All right, there he is. Perfect. So there he is, guys, all suited up. Will look nicely on display next to the other Joes. You can see him there. Yeah, decent figure. Not bad at all. I think like I said, don't think my eyes are completely perfect. Maybe it's just me, but other than that, great figure, and it's one of the original most liked characters in G.I. Joe, Flint, to go alongside with Duke. I'm glad I got him, especially the retro card. I always prefer the retro cards because they're based on the cartoons we grew up with, as opposed to the regular classified line where they always change their look a little bit. So I wish they were all retro line, personally, because again, it's nostalgia, right? So anyways, great figure overall. Nice figure. The artwork on that sucks. The eye sculpting is not the best. Articulation is not the best. But again, one of the more popular and well-liked characters in G.I. Joe. And if you like the retro card backs, definitely a must-have for your G.I. Joe collection. Is one of the more popular characters. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you getting him? Are you not? Are you skipping him? And again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. The channel is fairly new. Any kind of support you can show me is greatly appreciated. And I will catch you on the next one.